A numerical example of trade, computers and phones. Hello everyone, today we're going through a new numerical example in international trade. We'll work with two products, computers and phones, and step by step, we'll see how to identify comparative advantage, build production possibility frontiers, and choose a production point before trade. We've already learned the concepts of absolute advantage and comparative advantage, so now we'll just apply them. Let's start with the data. We have two economies. In economy A, each worker can produce either one computer or 4 phones. In economy B, each worker can produce 8 computers or 16 phones. Each economy has 2 workers. Right away, you can see that a worker in economy B is better at everything. They produce more computers and more phones. That's absolute advantage. With the same input, I can produce more. But as we've learned, absolute advantage doesn't determine the direction of trade. What does? Comparative advantage, that is, how much it costs me to produce one product in terms of giving up the other product. Let's calculate. In economy A, what does a computer cost? A worker who chooses to produce one computer gives up 4 phones. So one computer costs 4 phones. In economy B, a worker who produces a computer gives up 2 phones. Why? Because the ratio is 8 computers to 16 phones, meaning one computer equals 2 phones. Now, where do you lose the most phones when producing a computer? In economy A, where you lose 4 phones per computer. What does that mean? That phones are cheaper. In economy A, the opportunity cost of each phone in terms of computers is lower. Therefore, economy A has a comparative advantage in producing phones. From this, it's clear that economy B has a comparative advantage in producing computers, because their computer costs only 2 phones, compared to 4 in economy A. As we learned, if one economy has a comparative advantage in one product, the other economy necessarily has a comparative advantage in the other product. Now, someone might ask, if I want only phones, economy B is better, since it produces 16. That's true. But that's not the question. Our question is, if both economies want to consume both products, can they improve their situation through trade? And that's what we're going to prove. Okay, so we've identified comparative advantage. Now let's build the production possibility frontier, PPF, for each economy. We'll start with economy A. It has 2 workers. If both workers produce computers, how many computers in total? 2, each worker produces 1 computer. And if both produce phones? 8, each worker produces 4 phones. So economy A's PPF stretches from 2 computers and 0 phones to 0 computers and 8 phones. Every combination along this line is a feasible production option. Now economy B. It has 2 workers, each can produce 8 computers or 16 phones. If both produce computers, 2 workers times 8 equals 16 computers. If both produce phones, 2 workers times 16 equals 32 phones. So economy B's PPF goes from 16 computers and 0 phones to 0 computers and 32 phones. Economy B is much larger because its workers have an absolute advantage. Now let's set the production point before trade. Let's assume that initially, each economy assigns 1 worker to produce computers and 1 worker to produce phones. In economy A, 1 worker produces 1 computer, the other produces 4 phones. So economy A's production point is 1 computer and 4 phones. This is also their consumption point, they produce and consume this. In economy B, 1 worker produces 8 computers, the other produces 16 phones. So economy B's production and consumption point before trade is 8 computers and 16 phones. Let's summarize what we have before trade. Economy A produces and consumes 1 computer and 4 phones. Economy B produces and consumes 8 computers and 16 phones. Both economies are on their PPF, they cannot consume more than they produce because there is no trade. Each economy is limited by its production capacity. Here's the key point, the PPF describes production possibilities. As long as there's no trade, consumption possibilities are limited to the PPF, you cannot consume outside of it. But what we'll see in the next part is that through international trade, it's possible to consume beyond the PPF. And that's the magic of international trade. To conclude, we built our numerical example. Economy A, 1 computer or 4 phones per worker, comparative advantage in phones. Economy B, 8 computers or 16 phones per worker, comparative advantage in computers. We built the PPFs and found the production points before trade. In the next part, we'll calculate the fair price, carry out trade, and prove that both economies improve their situation.